Seriously, did you not read the colony policy that defined you as company property? That wavers your say in autonomy. The conglomerates got you in lock and key. We are a family forged in bureaucracy. No I in team, but there's con in economy. Were you expecting adventure? Were you hoping for fun? My friend, you're indentured and pleasures exempt from your tenure, so venture back down to your slum. You should have read the fine print, my friend. Should have read the fine print. You should have read the fine print, my friend. Should have read the fine print.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to Manapot Studios. I am Kyron Rushmore, and this is All That Glitters Explodes with the current crew of the Offluent. I say current crew, I'm thinking about replacing them. Just, you know,
I would.
It's the same faces every week. But, you know, because it's the same faces every week, we're just going to go quickly around and introduce everybody, starting off with Flimsy.
Hello, I'm JStation64, pronouns he, him, playing Flimsy the Dwarf, pronouns also he, him. Who's currently in Death's waiting room, hoping that Jahir makes it out the other side.
Hi everyone, I am Krifu Bernal online. I'm playing Yeva, the Sarkeesian Witch Warper, who is sleeping peacefully in her bed aboard the ship, dreaming about potential implants that maybe she can get one day.
And Trix?
Trix, space pirate extraordinaire. Trix is also napping in the currently unnamed, previously named Offerland.
And Jahir?
I'm Retro Ted. I play Jahir, who is a Kasatha soldier, pronouns he, him, and I am currently getting a modification of some description. So.
Necromantic modification.
Mm-hmm.
So we also forgot to study, and this week there is no packed facts. So I'm just going to put a little bit of something in there. One of the things that I like about Starfinder is the modifications, because you've got Magitech, you've got Cybernetic, you've got Biomechanical, and you've got the Necrographs. It just allows for so much character choices and optimization, or augmentations, and just making a character unique that you don't find in a lot of other systems. You know, it's like with D&D, you don't get a choice in sort of like investing lots of money in having a person who has a mechanical arm, or like, yes, there are homebrew rules. Yes, they are starting to get become aware of differently abled people and allowing them to have modifications done if they so desire. But there's no mechanical benefit to those. They just sort of like allowing people to be sort of like having the differently bodied appearance, but it still mechanically function just like everybody else in D&D. But yeah, the differences between the three is like, of the four to a certain degree. The cybernetics, it's all biomechanical. The Magitech, it's like a blend between like augmentation and just infusing a body part with magic. And then the biomechanical is like just, you have your arm chopped off, and rather than getting it replaced with a similar looking arm, you can have it replaced with a tentacle, squid tentacle or something like that, if you so desire. Does anybody have anything else they quite like or want to say?
How many tentacle arms can I have?
You can have as many as your bank balance will allow you, because you can get them as additional arms rather than replacement arms.
I think
If you run out of room,
upgrade rather than a biomechanical upgrade, the additional arms.
If you're running out of room as well, you can, give yourself 4 legs, a tail.
I can see Jahir ending this series as like some kind of weird HGB octopus thing.
He's more forklift truck than man.
I just like how you referred to the hybrid stuff as Magitech. your Final Fantasy 14 knowledge coming through.
Yeah. But what is it called in Starfinder?
I think it's just referred to as
Hybrid?
Hybrid.
Yeah, it's just hybrid.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
There's
I'm-
biomechanical.
Augmentations. There we go.
Magitech,
Biotech.
you are right.
I am right. Biotech, cybernetics, and magitech. And necrographs. Necrographs are a little bit weird. As Jahir is about to find out, they make you a little bit undead. But also, if you so desired, you can get any other biotech, cybernetic, or magitech item created with a necrographed twist that makes it cheaper because you're dying to get it, literally dying to get it. But at the same token, it functions just like any other implant. Okay, can we just all check our volumes, by the way?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Chase Station,
Maybe I'll just move it closer.
Yeah, make sure you have your mics next to you, everyone.
It's on my face. Leave
I
me
mean,
alone.
am I loud enough? Because I can bring it in here, and we can all have a entirely different experience. Or I can put it in my usual spot.
I kind of like that, actually.
If you start eating something,
Smoother experience. Everyone would please
Well-
roll for initiative, thank you.
Welcome to Late Night Starfinder.
Oh my god, podcast idea. Hello. Now that we've confirmed that it is Magitech in the Starfinder setting, it just makes me think that somewhere out there in the vast is like the planet Hydaelyn. Is that what it's called?
The planet's called the Source.
The source.
Hydaelyn's just a crystal floating in space somewhere.
That
And
could
is that
be-
actually only just in Final Fantasy XIV? I thought it wasn't always the same world.
No.
Oh, is it all?
There is links between 14 and 12 in that they're both based around Ivalice, but that's a whole different what's the word? Rabbit hole.
Okay. So yeah, let's not explore the Final Fantasy rabbit hole. I'm probably going to get schooled on this tomorrow. Off somebody, probably. Sorry, just reading chat, and it's like, I don't really think we're going to be doing ASMR Starfinder anytime soon. I'd feel terribly, terribly weird spending the entire time that close to the mic and whispering.
Don't worry, I'll put something together.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, okay. So we've been over where everybody is, and you hear, you're being operated on. You've been given a sedative of some variety. Yather and Trix, you are asleep back aboard the Ophalant, or getting to sleep back aboard the Ophalant.
Mm-hmm.
Flimsy, you're currently sat in a waiting room.
Flimsy was pacing, if I recall correctly.
Are you nervous?
Yeah. And may have noticed, didn't notice last week, that the intercom is more than just an intercom. I would like to have a little look at it if it is indeed more than an intercom.
Yeah, so just as a rehash, I'm gonna get rid of the people who aren't currently here off the map. And share a map. So you've got a double door to the southwest that is flanked by two small plants with blood-red flowers and segmented leaves that resemble finger bones. On the northwest wall, a computer with two large screens display promotional videos and a user interface, allowing you to contact members of staff there within. So you approach the monitors, and you can see an interface port. It doesn't have an attached keyboard or anything else. The only section of it that's touch screen is calling up the intercom, which you did to speak to Reagan earlier this evening. And the rest of the promotional stuff is the promotional videos that it's looping is your standard fare for a waiting room. It's have you considered a black heart? And proclaiming all the wondrous benefits of the black heart.
I think, Flimsy, if he's got apparently quite a lot of time on his hands during the situation, since we didn't really find out much about Reagan?
Reagan.
Yep, thank you. See if you can see anything, find any information about this doctor and about what he's up to, I guess, in terms of is he a trustworthy individual, considering we're trying to get into business with him in regards to, was it 50 tons of black heart we wanted?
Mm-hmm.
It's 50 tons.
It's always 50 tons of something.
It just fits so nicely into your cargo hold.
I'm trying to work out whether or not Flimsy has got wireless hacking yet, or we have to require him to hack in with to access a computer that doesn't have an interface.
If you've got
the custom rig functions as a hacking tool. It's a data jack.
Yeah.
Cybernetic augmentation system in your brain, though it can be combined with the data jack for the same price as installing a data jack normally. Oh no, so it could be, you could have a data jack, but it could be your eye, your arm, your etc. You can interface between the two.
So yeah, I think his toolkit was his finger at one point. I remember correctly, the go-go gadget finger. So yeah, if you can do, you're going to try and access anything behind this comm system, see if you can find any information about the good doctor.
All right, make me a computers check.
Computers check. I remember how to do that. Here we go. The 27 from Flimsy.
27. You managed to get into this, and it does seem to be a fairly rudimentary terminal. The only file or the only files of interest you can see here are anybody's recorded messages that have come to this place and left a message rather than talking directly to the good doctor.
Yeah, Flimsy will kind of like look around over his shoulder and see if anybody else has come in, but then maybe have a little peruse about anyone else who's any of the messages that have come in. Anybody coming in screaming about you stole my son's heart, kind of bit. Let's see what do you think.
Yeah, you don't find anything as horrific or nightmare-inducing as that. Although that is primarily what you're searching for. The only message, it's all lots of people coming in and basically wanting to talk to the doctor. There's some innuendo going on that's kind of suggests that there's something more to this facility than just being a doctor's surgery. But without hints or knowledge of what that might be, it's a little bit vague, as is the intent of innuendo.
Any way of trying to work out what that might mean?
Make me a sense motive.
Sense motive.
He has been referred to as a cult leader, so
It's true.
It's not like he
25.
doesn't have a rabbit hole to go down.
25 from Flimsy, sorry.
25. So yeah, I can't remember telling you about them being a cult leader, but this facility also acts as part of the cult sanctum where people come and join his little religion, as it were. Although it's mainly for Let me spit that one again. Sermons and the like, rather than a place of rest.
Beneath us the moon.
One,
Sermons only.
one recorded message stands out. A individual identifies themselves as Otan Seima. The owner of the Harlequin Prayer, expressing their admiration to Reigen and inviting them aboard the vessel for an all-expenses-paid cruise. The message has been read and replied to about a month ago, and Reigen accepted.
Can I sense motive, or can I use my own personal sense motive on this situation?
You're going to have to use your own sense motive here.
Flimsy's going to kind of quickly, like, is it easy enough to copy down or to get some sort of proof of this?
I mean, yeah, you can copy the file.
Cool.
I mean, I'm guessing that you've got some manner of storage.
He's got a data pad.
Yeah.
So I guess keep it on there. And they're going to close out of everything and try and make it look like nothing has been touched at all.
One of the things that as you're going through the interface, you do see that there is a network of computers beyond.
Beyond a firewall, or beyond this room, if that makes sense?
Beyond this room, behind a firewall.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm gonna need another computers check if you want to try and hack the network.
Before Flimsy's going to do that, Flimsy's going to come to the crew and see if any of them are awake. And then come 3 more times when there's no answer.
So how does how is everybody with regards to their sleep? I mean, me personally, when I'm out asleep, I'm out. It doesn't matter what happens. Alarm bells could be going off and I sleep through them. But yeah, how well do you sleep?
She sleeps very well. Her personal comm has some, I think some like white noise playing. It sounds like the hum of atmosphere generators.
But is them ringing likely to cut through that, or do you always have your phone on silent?
It would disrupt it to cut through. Now, her perception is poor. I'll say that much. So whether or not she would hear something in her sleep, that I don't know.
Okay, and Trix, how well do you sleep?
Like when Trix is out, she's out, but she's also accustomed to, ship alarms going off and the fuzz. So I'd like to think like sudden noises wake her, like silence and then alarms. She's just like bleh.
And do you generally sleep with your phone on silent, or you're one of these
Trix
people?
would keep it on noise constantly.
Okay, both of you make me perception checks.
Gladly. Oh, natural 20 for a 21.
And Trix?
Yeah, the
sorry,
perception
Eva.
button on the front of my character sheet wasn't working. I was just clicking it like a madman.
You go down to your skills, though. You can roll it from there.
Yeah, no, I've gone there.
That's a mysticism.
21. That was a perception.
Oh, yeah.
22.
Came up with a
Something's
mysticism again.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll cycle my app. I think
Okay.
it's being funny.
Yep. So that's an 18 plus perception
There we
is
go.
10. Oh, there we go. And 19. So yeah, you both notice your phone's going off.
Maybe on like the second ring, because like she'll like kind of wake up a little bit, and then right as it's ending, and then the white noise will come on, and it'll lull her back to sleep. So on like the second or third ring, she's finally like, "Huh? What?" And like,
Come on, guys.
notices.
You look at it, and it's just this still picture of Flimsy.
Trix has just kind of grabbed it from the nightstand and like dragged it over to the bed. She's just like, why?
When we answer it, is it a group call?
I mean, sure, it can be.
You can do that with like FaceTimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Space
yeah,
time.
you just see these two like very dark like pictures, essentially.
Are you guys okay?
Did you hear out of surgery yet?
Oh, the doctor. Wait, did the doctor say they were resting, sir?
No, the doctor's still operating.
Okay. No, the doctor's still operating, apparently. I've got some. I think Jahir might be in danger, though. Do you remember the big ship that Tarika showed us?
The Harlequin's prayer, yeah.
That's the one. I think this doctor might have had something to do with it. I found this recording that says that they were aboard the ship not too long ago.
I
He
wouldn't
was
worry
aboard
too
it?
much about it.
Well, there is more I can try and access, but I thought I'd let you know before I try and dig in a bit further. I'm worried Jahir might be under the knife of some sort of maniac here. Maybe Jahir's one more heart. The Kathath have more than one heart? I don't know.
Assume one heart.
I mean, the guy was dressed like a supervillain. He's fine.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna dig a bit further if I can do. I just thought I'd let you know in case anything went wrong, to see if I could find out if there's any more information to do. I don't know. I can't remember if I told you or not, but the ship did seem to have exploded from the inside when I was looking at it, and there's something suspicious going on there. I think. Sorry, do you want tricks?
No, I was gonna say, if you think he blew it up on the inside for a reason?
Well, he doesn't really seem like the kind of person who'd go around blowing stuff up. By the looks of him, he looks more of a creeping into your room at night and eating your heart kind of thing. But I'm concerned if he likes making all of these body part things, and there was, Tarika said this thing had suddenly come on the market with all these body part things intact. Maybe there was some sort of connection there.
Just as a side bit, necrographs do require flesh to be worked. There's a process. You take the dead flesh and you make it into a necrograft. So 1,000 souls dying on the Harlequin's prayer suddenly opens up a lot of material to the market.
What was this building called again?
The building is called Singularity House.
Oh, okay, cool.
In the Sparks.
It's not like Necro Factory or something.
No, but
Or
it is
shop
one
shop.
of those.
Yeah, it is a necro factory.
Oh, okay.
Gaver saw equipment in the back for
Oh yes. Yeah, I'm calling sus on this guy. I'm going to dig a bit further. If you guys want a bit more rest, you go for it. I'm going to see if I can pry a bit further. If I'm not here in the morning, or if I come back and I've got zombie eyes or something, you know something's gone wrong.
Have fun.
Trix, do you not think maybe we should get the rest?
No. you just see the call hangs up. Just a rummaging from a room as she gets ready.
All right, yeah. We're coming, Flimsy. I'll bring coffee.
Oh, thank Torag. You're a legend, Eva.
All right. And she just hangs up.
I like the contrast of Flimsy's like mild panic to everyone else being sleepy. Just another paranoid call from Flimsy.
It's precisely how I expected that call to go, to be honest.
Yeva's just shaking her head, like pulling like one leg into her jumpsuit, and is just like, Flimsy's going to ruin another deal.
This is a guys, the engine room is haunted scenario all over again.
Wait, did you hang up or can Flimsy hear this?
No.
All right, so
Righty.
it's probably going to take about half an hour for you guys to like, get dressed, grab a coffee, and even to go and get down here.
Yeah, there's no
Trix
traffic
is
on
on
the
2
elevators.
energy drinks.
I'm sure there's like a vending machine with some coffee somewhere.
Yeah.
No, Yeva would totally have travel mugs in the kitchen.
So Flimsy, what are you doing?
Flimsy's gonna probably have to continue trying to get access, I think, if he's freaking out, and also he's already in the system, so getting out of the system and getting back in again is going to be more complicated. Unless, do I know the access now to get to where I am? I can do it again easily, or is it once I'm out, I have to start again from the start?
It'll be easier.
No, if Flimsy knows if he's gotten in, he's going to keep on pushing it and try and get into these other systems if he can do, to have proof when Eva and Trix turn up.
All right. Could
Told
you
you so.
make me a computers check to get past the firewall?
Here we go. Before Flimsy does anything, he's going to say, Rune, have you ever seen a firewall like this? Have you got any help? Oh, yes, dear. I'll have a look for you. I'm going to try and use my memory module to try and get another go at that. Fingers crossed.
Oh, another go? Oh, right. I didn't see your first roll.
Oof. 28 from Flimsy.
A 28 from Flimsy will get you access to the network. There appears to be just one other computer on the network.
Do I see Jahir's life signs on it? I don't want to mess with it if it's
You're inside Jahir's mind. It's just a pong game over going across.
It's like Lawnmower Man. I can see a virtual Jahir.
And it doesn't appear to be any of the health computer monitoring systems. You suspect that they might be on a closed network or something like that, just so that people can't hack in and kill the patient.
Thank goodness for that.
It's just a good process for anybody who is operating on people. So yeah, there's one computer in the back. This is going to unfortunately take another computer's check.
Oh, good lord.
Here to try and break into. The thing is, you're going across the network, so you've gotten past the firewall onto the network. Now you're trying to break into a remote machine.
Right.
Trying to VPN onto a VPN that's on a VPN.
So, to a certain degree, it would be easier if you actually went to that computer, but you can tell that it's somewhere in the back. It's not. It's not the front desk.
Can I detect if there's any? I don't know if I can detect this as per the rules. Are there any alarms on this system or anything along those lines?
With
Now that
your 28, you do actually notice a couple of other things in the ways of alarms. You actually managed to also see the cameras that are operating around the facility.
Okay.
You can unlock and lock the doors in the front and back. There is an alarm on the back door.
Is it disableable?
It is disableable.
Can I disable it?
You can disable the alarm on the back door if you wish.
Yeah, and unlock it if it's unlockable.
Yes, you can do that as well.
Did I notice alarms? Are they alarms that I have bypassed, or are they alarms that I
No,
could have
this is an
bypassed?
alarm on the door
Oh, okay, cool.
that you have just turned off.
Righty.
There might be. You don't know about alarms on the computer in the back. That will be something that you'd physically need to see, or get in and then be like, oh yeah, there's alarm software running, and it's sending an alarm to somewhere. Oh god.
Well, Flimsy's going to wait for Eva and Trix to rock up, I think, at this point, and having gained access to the back, and fingers crossed.
Yeah, you've opened up the back door essentially.
You've got
Cool.
cameras, right?
Yeah.
There are a few cameras around the place. Second, while I look this up, there's a camera showing the waiting room, so you can see yourself. There's a camera monitoring the loading ramp at the back.
Okay.
And that seems to be about it.
Probably
Doesn't seem to be any other internal cameras.
Oh, okie dokie. Disable the one in front of the thingy in case it feeds to the doctor, just in case.
The waiting
Loading
room.
ramp.
Oh, the
Both,
loading
actually.
room.
Because they'll also see that I'm not in the waiting rooms. Both, if possible.
I mean, you might also, if it is being fed to them, turning them off might actually raise an alarm. Just saying.
That's true. But I guess it's off is a mystery. Seeing us walking in the back is a very clear sign of something going on in the back door, so we'll turn them off.
So you're turning which one off?
The back door one, I guess.
Radio.
If the door's open and the alarm's off, then I guess turning the cameras off is a thing.
Turning the camera off is a thing, but like I say, if it's being monitored, somebody's gonna notice it.
True. But if it's being monitored and we go through the door, it'll also be noticed.
This is true, but just letting you know what's happening.
Well, we'll leave it then. We'll leave it as it is. Leave them on and wait till Trix and Eva arrives.
So yeah, about half an hour later, I need to bring Trix and Yeva back. Yeva's feeling a little bit small. That's the wrong button.
Little Eva. Oh.
And she squeezed through the front door. And you have arrived in the waiting room.
Thank you so much for coming, guys. Sorry for getting you up in the middle of the night.
It's okay. Where's the monster under the bed?
Well, as creepy as this place is, it's none of the horrible shadowy corners that have freaked me out. It's the doctor. I feel like they've got something more going on with them to do with the Harlequin something.
Harlequin's prayer.
Harlequin.
Prayer.
Was he
thank you.
on it, or was he like? Where? Show us the message.
And I'll play back the message for them. Saying that it was on it a month ago. Is that right?
The invitation was received a month ago, and a reply accepting was sent about a month ago. It's a short message from Otan Seamer, who identifies themselves as the owner of the Harlequin's Prayer, admiring the work that Reigen does in the field of necrographs and cordially inviting them aboard the Harlequin's Prayer for an all-expense-paid cruise.
Well, as much as I'd like that to be innocuous, it definitely seems like there's some sort of connection.
I mean, playing devil's advocate, just because you accept an invitation doesn't mean you actually go.
True, but
True.
I mean,
The amount of times I got invited to the courthouse and never went.
Economically speaking, it's highly sus. I mean, he's making black hearts from a place where he potentially was. Flimsy, she like points her big finger at the computer. Did you see anyone else inside the Singularity house through the cameras?
Not that I could see on the cameras, but there is another computer that might have more information, but it's on the inside. I've opened up the back door and released the alarms if you fancy maybe a little snoop around.
How much longer for the surgery?
Oh, it's at least
An hour and a half.
at least an hour and a half surgery, and then Jahir's got to rest up afterwards.
Alright, so we got an hour and a half. Let's go.
All right.
I hope this is nothing, guys, but thank you for coming to explore with me.
So we move.
If I remember right, the back door was this way.
I mean, it's a building. You can go around either way. Where is Flimsy going? It looks like you're going past the...
All I see is black space, so this is based on when we saw it briefly.
Yeah,
2
you
weeks
might
ago.
want to move out the front door first, and then... Trix has a better idea.
Flimsy has moved out the front door.
Yeah, and then run into a wall somewhere along the line.
Oh, well. I mean, you can just move him there. He's going with the group. You don't have to make me draw around in black space.
It's just... It's easier if you move yourselves, and then I just click the buttons to say, yes, go there.
Can you move, Spybot?
I can move Spybot.
Oh, into the room with Jahir. Do you not see his when I request movement from him?
Spybot.
Yeah.
No, I can see the movement most of the time, I think.
Okay. Sometimes
Well, Ghost of Sunny's requesting to see the map.
Yes, I'm just waiting for things to.
Oh, sorry, you just said yeah.
I got it.
So, have you been forewarned? Have you forewarned them about the camera pointing at the loading dock?
Yeah, as we're walking around, so there was a camera in the room and there's a camera pointing at the dock. So I thought if anyone's watching it, they might see us coming in, but if anyone's watching it, then they might know that we turned it off. So.
Are we stood in the loading dock right now?
You're stood next to the loading dock. It's a loading ramp,
Mm.
and that's that thing to the north of you.
Yeah.
You would have been aware before you actually approached.
I'll look through the window here again. Do I see any movement inside? It looks like it's very dark inside.
Make me a perception check. It's fairly dark in there.
Can I get another natural 20? No, a natural 3 for a 4. Even with my low light vision, I'm not seeing anything. God.
Yeah, all you can see is the machine's. What do you mean, oh god?
I just saw a
Just 'cause I-
secret roll.
Just because I'm rolling dice doesn't mean that anything's going on.
The way that
I
DM
like to
just
roll dice.
Slowly rattles the dice behind the screen.
You can see each of these pods are whirring away, doing something, but you're not quite familiar with the technology, I'm afraid to say.
Right, I know, I did the mysticism check, and I'm like, okay, I know that the magic set up in here is making black hearts, or making necrografts, but otherwise... Okay, well, let's go in, let's get you to that computer, huh, Flimsy?
I can try and knock out the camera for a few seconds if we can all get in time.
Do it.
So Flimsy has an ability called Overload, which disables technological equipment for 1 round.
Okay.
If it's in someone's possession, it requires a reflex saving throw. But I'm guessing if it's just a computer, a camcorder, I might be able to turn it off for 6 seconds.
Yeah. You can see the camera and, know roughly where it is. So you've got 6 seconds worth of movement. which is around, basically.
Easy enough.
Flimsy will try and get as close as he can beforehand, knowing Flimsy's movement. And then, just try and get into the room as quick as possible, making room for Yiva to make it, assuming it's a small corridor.
I'll probably have to go like right here.
Right, so let me know when you disabled it.
Ready, everybody? 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go.
Wah! Go there
Trying
first
to-
off so I can see the room.
What?
Oh no, it's taking ages.
There
I'm
we go.
moving you manually like that,
Thank
and Trix, you could make it easily into the room.
Trix circumnavigates the room.
And Yeva will shut the door behind her.
Excellent.
Well, there's a camera in here. Right.
No,
No? Oh, nice.
there's one on the loading ramp, and there's one in the waiting room. You have managed to get in as far as you're aware, undetected.
Quick scan. Any black hearts in this room?
Make me a perception or physical science check.
May I also perceive?
You may also perceive.
Physical science. I don't think I've rolled that yet in this game. And that's a dirty 20.
And a 23 for
Nice.
perception.
It's a 15 for Flimsy.
So this small stockroom contains a wall-mounted computer and shipping containers full of mundane supplies. The computer, the brief check, Flimsy, it's just a inventory management system. It's not connected to a network, doesn't really have much of interest on there. But what you do find, Trix, and is a Mark 1 animistic tools.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds funky enough for me to swipe it.
People often have superstitions regarding whether objects have a spirit or intelligence, and animistic tools were made with such beliefs in mind. Each of these toolkits has a power to communicate the user's intentions to inanimate objects. I will put that in the party inventory.
Either Flimsy or Yev, if you ever wanted to speak to a box, now you can.
I'd love to speak to a box.
Yeva, with your physical science check, as you're sort of like rifling through these mundane supplies, you actually recognize something that doesn't quite fit. You know, a lot of these things, it's formaldehyde, other preservatives, chemicals for processing, flesh of some variety. There's a solvent here, a very powerful thermal solvent.
Looks like we found the cause of the Harlequin Prayer's implosion. She kind of, I don't know, is it big enough to hold, or like, is it a vial or is it like a bucket?
It's more super glue tube.
So she like holds up the tube and she's like, here it is. This is some sort of thermal solvent that maybe was used to cause explosion.
Flimsy know whether that's something that could cause the explosion that he saw in the...
Make me an engineering check, Flimsy.
Uh, 26.
So the thermal solvent in itself, if you basically, it's for directing heat around a system. So you could basically put it from dot to dot, and it directs the heat away from it to another location, depending on the originating and the cooling source. However, if misused, it could cause heat to accumulate where it doesn't want to be and cause something to go wrong.
Interesting.
An internal explosion.
I mean, not enough to blackmail Reagan with, but we could keep looking.
I see if we can see this computer that I saw on the network. Might have more, but it's another piece to the puzzle, I think.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Where was the computer? Was it in this room over here, or was it in that big room there?
Did I know where it was
You
located?
you have no idea. It's a
Okay.
network. It's
Yeah.
theoretical. The thing is, you do get the feeling to the south is the massive room with the pods in there.
Yes. I don't know whereabouts it'd be. We could maybe. We know that this big expanse down here might have some facilities, but I don't know whether it's worth looking around elsewhere first. I'm not used to sneaking around these places as much. So I'll take anyone's lead.
I'm tempted to go this way.
I'm up for that.
Which way is this way? Just for the audience at home.
This way.
Through the double
The-
doors.
Through the double doors.
Double doors
To the
right.
east.
Aye.
You open up the double doors.
Do we spot a camera?
You do not spot a camera. This room seems to be a series of freezers.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know if I want to look in these.
I'm gonna carefully walk through. What can I see in the freezers?
Lift one little tiny bit and peek it.
You crack them open and you find basically raw material for necrographs. Everybody make me a culture check.
Flesh.
Who's
Well,
who's
I need
looking
about-
in the freezers? Make me a culture check.
I'm looking.
Yeah. Do they have welcome to the cruise bandanas around the necks?
Strip the flesh, salt
Well,
the
the thing is,
wound.
though, the corpses were sold to Tigan, or at least some of them. You knew that, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
yes,
acquired
Braggart's right.
these legally that
That's
we know
true,
of.
yeah. That is true.
Yeah. However, Trix, you recognize one of the corpses.
Wait, I know that guy.
Free captain, well, ex-free captain,
Oh, it's that
Ramesh
son
Khan.
of a bitch.
Carver.
The guy who got framed for it, right?
Well, the guy who...
Carver cadaver.
Not the guy who got framed for it, the guy who was basically everybody's searching for because he did it.
Just the razor? Is that right?
Yeah, the razor.
Cool.
Yeah, but there's no. It wasn't. It was outside of his MO. So, we'd heard that he'd done it, but it wouldn't make sense for him to do it.
Hmm.
Does he have any stuff on him?
He doesn't have any stuff on him, no. He's
Confirms
very
the-
dead.
Confirms you look
Take
at
it,
the
presumably.
wanted banner and see if it's dead or alive.
I'm gonna take a picture of him though.
Fair enough.
Wait. Okay. So, thermal glue, which she's holding in her hands. Dead free captain. Plus.
Who was accused of doing the job.
Right. Looks like we're building a mystery.
It doesn't seem that mysterious.
One more door over here.
Shall I poke my head through?
Sure. She's
It's
actually
a bit of a-
she's really easily able to poke her head in behind you now.
Oh yeah, of course.
I feel like it's
That
super-
yoga's really been doing you well.
I imagine it's kind of very Slender Man-y. She's just arms behind her, head moving in, just creepy.
Congratulations, you've taken Space Pixie and made it creepy. Yeah, it's just a short corridor. Two doors, one to the right and one to the south. You cracking the door open at the south?
Give it a look, yeah. Oh. This is that big room.
What's in the other door?
I'll have a look 1 second.
I'll go in. 5,
I'll let that you can
10, 15, and then I'll open it. Awkward.
You're so big but so graceful, Eva.
I only lose 5 feet of movement now, and I'm no longer entangled.
Can you see into the room?
Barely.
Oh, you don't have a light, or at the moment you don't have a light.
I don't. Should I put a little dancing orb around me?
I mean, Flimsy just moved into the room with a light.
Yeah, they've got the light, and I've got low light, so I actually can see perfectly well.
Yes.
With their stuff.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go back there and keep an eye on the corridors.
The small triangular room contains a computer. And you can see the big glass panel in front of you shows you the facility beyond.
Can I work out what this computer's meant to do? Or it's got to access it?
You'd have to access it, but you have a feeling that it's got something to do with controlling this facility.
Okay. I think this is the computer I was looking for. I'll have a little look around it and we'll see whether or not there's anything else to pull all these pieces together. Is it a computer's check from Flimsy?
Yes, if you could.
You any good with the old keyboard, Eva?
No.
Oh, okay.
The flat no.
What's 24 from Flimsy?
You see a variety of controls that allow to be used in the Necrofabricator. And it also stores Reigen's personal files.
Oh, his diary. Watched Megamind today. Loved the outfit.
This seems to control this creepy machine that makes creepy things. It's not a look through his log and see if there's anything, any confessions or my evil plan, that kind of thing.
To
Roadmap.
paraphrase your investigations, because it is written out in a very paraphrased way, Reigen is in constant need of corpses and to grow his cult and keep the business running. During a tour of Harlequin's Prayer, he has spotted a design flaw and planted thermal solvent on the ship's drift engines, sabotaging it. Then he hired Fremeshkan Carver to attack the vessel. When the Harlequin's Prayer tried to enter the drift to escape the pirates, the sabotaged drift engine blew apart the ship, killing everyone on board. Reigen didn't want to have any connections to the to buy the corpses, but he didn't know somebody who did. Risha. When Risha found out Reigen wanted to buy pristine corpses in mass quantity, she bought the former crew of the Harlequin's Prayer from Blackwing and not Blackwing and Trendsetters for a bargain and sold them to Reigen. Tying up any loose ends, Reigen then had Tremeshkan killed and, well, stored.
Well, he seems to have summed it up quite nicely here for us in this journal log.
No ramblings, straight to the point. Facts.
I don't know if he's ever even considered the concept of blackmail, but this is
Perfect.
Did he sign it?
It's not quite written out like that, but you can see the sort of like the email trail of sort of like, you know, looking up design schematics and trying to figure out where to plant the thermal solvent, etc., etc.
Right.
Dear diary. Thermal solvent went great.
Google, Spoogle search history. Where to put thermal paste to blow up a drift drive.
That's the drift drive we want, though. It's been sabotaged by this guy. Son of a bitch.
Well, it's just thermal solvent. We can. Maybe the goblins have fixed it already.
No, here's the thing. We know that it's been sabotaged, so the drift drive is pretty much a hunk of junk at the moment. Flimsy knows how to fix it, so we buy the hunk of junk and then fix it once we've bought it. The goblins don't need to know its true worth.
Good
plan.
In the meantime, we wait for the good doctor, or I should say the bad doctor, to finish the surgery, and we confront them with perfect blackmail material in the morning. Then we get 50 free tons of black hearts.
Yay! And he
like a
gets
good
to keep
plan.
doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
We have to sneak out of here without alerting anyone, though.
Right.
That's true. Can I do that thing again?
I don't know.
Let me
Can you
check.
do the thing again?
Oh, has it been more than a minute?
Yeah, it's probably been more than a minute.
Yes.
Then yes, I can. So if we time ourselves again on the way out, we hopefully should be able to sneak our way out.
Keep
Either
trying
as
to move
much
to
as
the
you wish,
exit.
you can't go through doors.
I'm trying.
Keep trying to move and then moving prematurely. What is this witchcraft?
I mean, I'm just trying to solve these things. Flimsy just ran straight into a wall. Yeva's not moving now. Everybody's stuck. Right, okay, Yeva, you're moving. You move. You go there.
Perfect.
Flimsy.
Fast.
Oh, we've broken it. We broke you guys.
He's stuck in the wall, isn't he?
I don't know where he's stuck. But
There we go.
I'm moving him there. There we go.
I drew a line that led there, but obviously that doesn't work. Right, see, if we got everything we want from here, we get ready to go. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Everybody run!
I got stuck on the wall. Oh no! Go without me.
Prima.
Keep running.
All the way around.
This is just entertaining for me, but as much as I love it, everybody stop trying to move your people, and I'll move you back to the front bleeding door. Oh no, that's a marker for Flimsy. Flimsy, go. Oh no, you ran into the edge.
How's
Tricks.
Jahir doing? Camera cuts to Jahir.
Camera cuts to Jahir as the good doctor is sort of like starting to stitch Jahir back together. You all sprint round to the front, and the good doctor comes through. And it's like, would one of you like to assist me in moving Jahir to the recovery lounge? I would do it myself, but well, people complain when I drop them, and he looks rather heavy.
Oh, sure, I'll come
Well,
and help you.
Flimsy, you're the only one who doesn't have needle arms, so it's all on you, buddy.
No, I'm here for Jahir. I'll come help him now. 1 second. We'll huff and puff and follow the doctor.
He's
I'm
just
gonna root to the
Star
room, I
Trek.
don't know
told him
the
a
route.
ghost story.
Yeah, the route just disappeared. I think something weird is happening, but yes, you managed it. You go back and you help the doctor move Jahir to the waiting room. Jahir, the drugs are slowly wearing off.
Does he look alright?
Am I making sense, or am I?
You're a bit drowsy, but you're making sense. And yeah, Flimsy, as far as you can tell, he looks fine. I don't know what you expected to go wrong in all of this.
You look good.
How does it look? Does it look cool?
Yeah, your eyes look a little bit colder than they used to. No, you look fine actually. Yeah, don't worry. It seems to have done a good job. It's all sold up. Poor soul.
That doctor, he's a top bloke. I'm really impressed. If anyone says a bad word against him, I think I'd kill him. To be honest, that's the best surgery I've ever had. Could you do me a
sleep
favour
now.
for me?
You sleep now, Jahir.
Could you go and get me old adrenal gland just for I was attached to it for a few years, as a memento.
Oh, I thought what. Oh, did he put it in a bag at least? One. Mr. Doctor.
Just drifts off again.
He's probably gonna keep it, make a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, the doctor would prefer the raw materials. You can purchase it back off him for a price. But no, the good doctor joins you in the waiting room.
Okay.
Silence.
JR, you
Like
can still
grinning at him.
hear this, but for the most part, you're still a little bit drowsy on the drugs. If I interest any of you for replacement adrenal gland? I do have many experiments on the go now.
Kind of things that you're offering.
Well, an adrenal gland. I'm trying to improve them somewhat.
Wait, so the one that's in here is a test?
Yes, one of them.
Oh, Jahir, what have you gotten yourself into?
Well, actually, Dr. Ryan kind of looks
Yes.
at, she gives a sidelong glance at Flimsy and Trick's like, are we gonna do this?
The nod.
Trix like gives a not so subtle thumbs up, like.
And she'll like, push herself up out of her seat and like stand, and as she does, her hands twirl, and this like kind of, fairy dust almost comes out of them as she casts Charming Veneer on herself. A little presence in the situation. Dr. Reagan. Would you mind now? We actually came here for something else besides, volunteering to be your experiment for the night.
Yes, it's always something with you people, but I had hoped that it was just for the enlightenment of necrographs, but very well. I will hear you out.
I'm sure we are quite enlightened. We were sent here by Richer from the Revenant's Urge on a business deal, actually.
Oh yes, I have had business dealings with Richer. She has supplied me with much of my material.
Yes, it's about that material exactly that we're here. We require 50 tons of black hearts, you see.
Oh my, that is quite an amount.
And we need them ASAP.
As soon as possible. From what we understand, you've come into quite an abundance of raw materials.
Well, unfortunately, the tragedy aboard the Harlequin's Prayer does mean that I stand to profit from such a thing, but that's just business, you understand. But yes, I can furnish you with the hearts. You say that it's a rush job, yes?
It is. We're in a bit of a competition. The previous crew hired to deliver your most recent set of black hearts actually seems to have stolen the cargo from Richer. So
I don't believe they were mine, but carry on.
Excuse me, sorry. Anyway, yeah, it's a rush job. We're in terrible need to get the Vesk 2 to get to the. Oh, I just forgot the name of the system, and I did the packed facts on it last week.
Veskarium.
Veskarium?
No, they have a special system name. Anyway, the Veskarium, yeah.
The Veskarium's the Empire of a system, but that also includes any of their territorial.
Right, we're in
It
a
is space, right?
terrible need to get to the Veskarium as soon as possible. How quickly do you think you could have these hearts ready for us?
I mean, I could craft them within, say, 3 days. If I push it, if you're willing to provide me with, shall we say, 15 ship shares?
15? It seems like an awful lot for someone who's easily implicable in the awful tragedy that just occurred on the Harlequin's Prayer.
I
It's funny
mean,
you should mention that.
you say that I'm implicable in the events that happened upon the Harlequin's prayer, but I can assure you that I had no dealings with such things. I am merely taking advantage of a situation presented before me.
Flimsy, would you mind, she points at the computer screen, the terminal there, displaying some of the evidence we've managed to acquire thus far?
Oh, with pleasure, Eva. I'll just make the most of this opportunity and bring up visuals, I guess, of the and audio comms from the things we've found.
As it's going, she walks, takes a step forward. And she's
Trix kind of blocks the doorway.
It would be a shame if the stewards were to come down here to the Singularity House. I mean, there's such money and business to be done here. It would certainly put you at a hindrance, one could say.
And you are doing such marvelous work at the moment.
Make me intimidation checks.
All right. Can I get? Are y'all aiding? Yeah.
You can all assist.
Yeah, 22.
Oh, Flimsy's not scary. It's a 5.
Yeah, it's like shaking on the data pad.
So I'll get a +3 with the charming veneer.
Mm-hmm.
For 26.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
And you can see the good doctor is a little bit shaken by all of this and is sweating.
And I thought the undead couldn't be affected by morale effects.
Oh, I see you installed some sweat gland necrographs. I see.
Starfinder mechanics burn.
I seem to have underestimated your patronage here. So, I suppose all the cards are in your hand. What do you propose?
Well, the original offer was 15 ship shares. That's incredibly high considering, but we have the high ground here.
I mean, I hardly think it's a high ground. You're snooping around and trespassing on my property, but
I think
Neither is sabotaging a ship and killing thousands of people. But hey,
yes, but at least I don't pretend.
who's measuring kills? Yeah.
I think we can choose a nice round number. I think 0 is a delightfully round number.
I do like zeros.
0. We don't want to, burn any possible bridges we've made here. She smiles at.
In exchange for that data pad and any other copies you may have.
That's
50
reasonable.
tons of black hearts
In 2 days.
in 2 days.
You don't need sleep, do you, buddy? I know I did, but I'm wide awake now.
In 2 days. Now, do we have an accord?
Yes.
I'll give you the data pads, and I will raise the data on delivery.
And he holds out his hand for the data pad.
Yeah, hand them over.
Oh, you've now got nothing on me.
No, it's all in his noggin.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we said we'd erase the copies on delivery of the hearts.
Yeah. Giving him the originals, then we've got the copies to delete upon delivery.
I do so hate the living and all their Implants.
It's called a brain.
I don't think that really constitutes his brain. He pokes at Flimsy's implant.
Swat it away. Don't get petty
Very
now, come
well.
on.
See you in 2 days, I suppose.
Oh, go on, sorry, Eva.
I was gonna say, should we get Jahir? I don't think we should leave him here with this guy.
No,
now.
we shouldn't leave you here. Not now.
Just blackmailed someone. Just leave your friend there.
And another thing, Doctor, if anything goes wrong with Jahir's new whatever it is, I'll be holding you personally responsible.
I mean,
side
he
intimidation.
signed the waiver to say that he was accepting a unconventional experimental adrenal gland.
He did. But I didn't sign anything. And if you've hurt family, then you'll be hearing from me.
Very well.
We love you. Bye.
And we'll leave you an excellent review.
And he goes, and it's like, yes, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. And he wanders past Jahir and so, like, gives him a hypo pen and just jabs it in his arm. Well, the Jahir, you're now wired.
Woohoo! He's all like, thanks, Doc, thanks. And he's like, shaking all four, his forearms on his two, I'm guessing. Oh, thanks. That was awesome. Wow, I feel so much better. Wow, that's awesome. Do you think you could
Yes,
do
do
something
try
else
to
for me?
take it easy, or
What else can you do?
something may rupture. I can do a great many things. I could have you transformed into anything your darkest heart desires. How dark is your heart?
Have you got a pamphlet on that? Is it? Can we get something on like a list, shopping list?
Yes, you can find
There
them
is
in
a-
the waiting room.
Awesome. You're the best. He gives him like a hearty slam. Have you got my adrenal gland, by the way?
It's in the back. I was hoping to use it for more material.
No, I'm having that, please.
Very well. Ice.
No, thank you. I'm okay. But can I have it in a doggy bag?
And he goes into the back and puts your adrenal gland into a doggy bag with no ice.
Oh,
That's
that
going to
is
smell
awesome.
wonderful in a couple of days on board the ship.
Oh, look at it. I feel so attached to it. Well, not anymore, obviously. But thanks, Doc. I better go and catch up with the crew and see what they've been up to. Probably nothing. What they're like, laying around doing nothing. Sleeping, probably. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye. Do I need to take any special precautions? No, probably not. Okay, bye.
It looks like a little kidney bean.
What, did you hear specific adrenal gland? Or
That's just what adrenal glands look like. It's probably different for Kasafas.
How does Google?
I mean, everything looks like kidneys when it comes to the human body. I've found it. So, like, adrenal glands, yeah, looks like a kidney. So, like, what doesn't look like a kidney?
one. look like? There's 4 of them.
Looks like a gummy bear, a wet gummy bear.
Well, that was fun. I don't think I've ever properly blackmailed someone before.
It's such a
Well-
rush.
He certainly had it coming. I mean, do we think we should dip him in anyway, or are we going to keep him as a contact?
Oh, definitely don't hand him in.
Right, we're not calling the cops, Flimsy. Come on.
No, I think that's the right call. I think we've got a contact here when we need it.
Mhm.
I don't approve of this kind of thing, but it's looking to hopefully be profitable.
No idea what you two are on about. But, what next?
Oh, here's
What's
your
in the bag?
What's in the bag? Oh wow! Look at this! And he gets it out. Literally just hands it to Trix.
Nice. Are you gonna put it in like one of those vacuum sealed jars with all the liquid so it just floats in your room?
Oh, you can do that? I was just gonna like,
Duh.
make a necklace. I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna rot if you make it a necklace though.
I've never had it on the outside of me before. I mean, I've had my intestines on the outside of me, but I held them in, and but not my adrenal gland. I've never seen this one.
Yeah, they don't last very long outside of the body.
Okay. Yep. Well, whatever you think, Trix. Yeah. This is
Oh no, it's
awesome.
on you. It's on you. You want the weird jar, you get the weird jar.
Oh, okay.
Make you the weirdest lava lamp you've ever seen.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
Maybe Zobin could help us out with that. He's good with the.
Oh
things
no,
like that.
Zobin's a very fragile little being.
If Flimsy, if you could make the shell for it, I could enchant it with one of my dancing lights spells. It would change colors magically.
As long as it's not in my room, I'm happy to do that for you, Jahir.
You just see Jahir's eyes just go huge.
You're not sure if it's Jahir or the drugs, but they're huge.
Let's
As he skips off.
let's get them back to the ship, huh?
Yes, it's a good plan. Should we tell him about the doctor?
Over breakfast.
Oh, okay. Not enjoying breakfast for me then. So we heading back to the ship.
When you head back to the ship, are you resting for the evening?
Yeah, I mean it's probably like
Definitely.
I feel like
I
it's
would
like
like to
2
go back
a.m. at
to
this
bed.
point.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably about 2 a.m. And you all. Jahir, you're a little bit restless given the drugs coursing through your veins, but you do manage to get a reasonable night's rest. And you all awake 10 a.m. the next morning.
And we fill in Jahir on what exactly happened.
The slideshow we showed to the doctor.
Wait,
Over
that was,
breakfast, of all things.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you did all this while I was under the knife, and what it could have gone wrong. Just
Yeah, but the doctor was busy cutting you open. It was a perfect opportunity for us to go in there.
so what? I was a distraction. You
Very
knew
much so.
You knew I was going to take the bait, and that's something I'd do. I'm really proud. That is just something I would do to you guys. I'd happily put you under a surgeon's knife if it got me something. And I got this cool little adrenal thing. So what we're going to do then? We're getting these hearts for free, or?
Oh yeah.
Is your breath a bit frostier than usual, Jahir? It doesn't matter, sorry. Anyway, yes, these hearts, I think, maybe we've got a couple of days to track down this drift drive, thinking which fantasy type of drive it was.
Well, it's either in a place called the Heap, which is in the bot scrap, or it's in the Heap at a place called the bot scrap.
We could research it, I guess, and see if there's any forums about it online.
I'm guessing there's no like button on the elevator that goes down into the spike that says the heap on this level.
Or bots.
No, it would take you down to bot scrap.
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Yes, it'll take you down to bot scrap. And Flimsy, over breakfast, you do a quick spoogle of it and find that the heap is a large public junkyard in bot scrap, which hosts a massive pile of derelict spaceships, power armor, vehicles, and other garbage.
That sounds amazing. We need to go here, guys.
Trix,
Best holiday ever.
Trix, were you still thinking about trading your goblin bike?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, let's get it out of storage while we're here and cycle that thing down.
But at least we have something.
Yeah.
Plus, we still have like 10 ship shares between us, I think it is.
I have
Yeah.
one.
No, you count them as a group, not individually, please. It's just
Yeah, I
one
know.
of them.
I'm just trying to figure out how many we have.
10.
I've got 2.5 on me at the moment.
Because I sold one. I
Uh,
sent one to my parents at the end of the last one.
But you've got 10 between you,
Okay, good.
Okay.
which
I mean, I've. Go on, sorry.
one of the other things to consider is the Orphalant can carry 100 tons of materials.
Mm-hmm.
50 of that is going to be black hearts.
The other 50.
Is up to yourselves.
We could fill it with so much stuff from the junk ship.
Unfortunately, we don't have a truck like we used to.
All of the jobs require us to pick up the goods right there and then. I could have a look around and see if there's any news of any other work that might be coming our way. And Tarika's had a look for the good jobs, but maybe if we're heading towards Vesk anyway, someone else needs something shipped.
We could also get the order delivered straight to our ship.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll pay other people to carry that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can also buy your own truck.
I'm looking for keep an eye out in that. They said power armor was in that junk place. It's one of those cargo lifters I can repair. Maybe I'll keep an eye out for one of those.
But I like what Chiron said. When we're down there, you mentioned vehicles. Like, we may want to think about investing in another like extending truck like we had before.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Then we'd have to think of a name for that, and we still haven't decided on a name for the elephant. So.
I'm partial to Awful Aunt, but
The awful aunt.
I mean, that's a terrible name. But it's your ships. Your ship.
the Awful Aunt. I just imagined tweeting that out next week. No, it doesn't work.
We're getting back on board the Awful Aunt.
Now I'm imagining this like crotchety looking older Sarkeesian woman wearing like a big floppy hat with a sewing pin through it or something.
Part of the magic is whenever anyone looks at it, they see their own awful arm. There's a dwarf
Karen
in one.
hairstyle.
Uh-huh. A big
Yeah, the
hat pin that
woman
she pulls
from,
out and uses to poke people.
The woman from Tom and Jerry that's always standing on the stool with the rolling pin, the tight slow dragging down.
So we're still thinking about a name.
The agony aunt.
Hey, I'm into it. We also need a transponder.
Yes, true. I think Tarika said they've got a line on that for us. Maybe I could see if I can rustle us up some more cargo that needs to be shifted somewhere.
Tarika said that you could purchase a transponder from any reputable dealer who will sell you a drift drive.
Oh, yeah, that was it, yeah.
We'll talk to the Gobos.
I've dealt with goblins before. They can be pretty reasonable deals, but...
Yeah, you just don't want to really oversell this cycle, guys.
The elevator arrives at Bot Scrap and the doors open, and you can just see piles and piles, miles and miles of scrap, broken ships, and just junk lying around.
It's beautiful.
What if... Sorry, it just occurred to me as we were riding the elevator. What if we named our ship the Harlequin's Answer? Because it seems like it's kind of connected with the Harlequin's Prayer.
It's a nice idea. Not that morbid, but it's quite nice.
Let's see if we can at least get this drift engine first.
Any idea where we should start?
Good question.
I we should start by finding someone and asking.
Sounds like a good plan. I'm just going to look in this pile over here. You guys feel free to ask whatever you like.
Lindsay, we need you on this one.
But did you see the modulator on that? I'm sure I can fix it.
Did, and it was very modular.
Alright then, come on.
So you do some asking around. Can I have diplomacy checks.
Diplomacy. 29 from Flimsy.
It's a 6.
14.
And a 4. Not very diplomatic to do.
Flimsy's fully like engaging with everyone on this floor with all their comparable love of scrap.
Yes, your comparable love of scrap. A lot of individuals are like, you ask about the drives and it's like, oh, there's this place and this place, and it's like, we're actually after speaking with goblins, and it's like, okay. You want to be careful around those guys, but they give you a couple of pointers, and you end up talking to even more people as you're sort of like moving around, and you sort of like narrow it down to, well, in the middle, or just off the middle of the sort of like junkyard, there's this massive pile of just scrap and garbage, and you have been assured that at the top of that is probably the goblins that you need to speak to.
Excellent. We've got a line on where we need to go. And also, goblins are great traders. They're very eager and excited. You should give them a try once in a while.
Yes, it's just the fact that most of what they trade tends to blow up.
Oh, what doesn't these days, though? I mean, look at that thing. That's going to go any minute. I'd avoid that, actually. I'm going to go. And indicate to the rest of the group that the point to I'm guessing, this big hill of junk. Like, that's where we've got to go, guys.
Yep, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of a climb to get up this. Could everybody make athletics checks?
How about trying to cart a goblin cycle up this?
You are not getting that goblin cycle up there.
Ride it up. Get a good start.
19 from Jahir.
16 from Trix. I might stay down there with the cycle if we're planning to deal it.
19 from Flimsy. He's so excited about the junk.
He's skipping up there.
So Trix, what are you doing? Are you going up or you're staying down?
I'm staying with the cycle.
Right, okay. Jahir, Flimsy, you both make it up without issue. Yay, that are unfortunately by the time that you make it, or by the time you get to the top of it, you're feeling exhausted and run down and very sweaty. And unfortunately, you are now considered fatigued.
She's just like hands on her knees, like crouching over. All right. It looks even worse up here.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that. Eva, look at this one. You could fix that in a day or two, I'm sure.
She waves you off, trying to catch her breath back.
Flimsy and Jahir, you see a narrow path, so like winding its way through the top of this junk pile.
Guess that's the way forward.
Is that like a well-travelled path, or is it?
I mean, as well-travelled as you're going to get. It looks to be flatland-ish, at least, rather than trying to scale more junk.
Right,
Are there any... Go on, sorry, Eva.
I was gonna say, you step on the wrong piece of junk and you just go sliding backwards.
And that summarizes Yeva's trip up the side of this junk pile.
Well, because her feet are so big, she's stepping on multiple things at the same time and just like rolling around, basically.
Are there any markings or any goblin like little signs they might have squirreled away to say like, we do business over here? Or
not particularly.
Okay.
How big is this engine? Are we talking like briefcase size or tank size?
It's sizable. Probably about twice the size of a car engine. A big car engine.
Super easily moved.
I mean, you'll have to negotiate that when you get there.
Before we rock up, I'm gonna like just kind of like a little poof of like tired fairy dust onto Flimsy and cast Charming Veneer on him.
Ooh. Camille sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
Trix, we found a winding path leading into the junkyard. We're gonna see if it leads to goblins.
You have fun.
Oh, I've also got comms. I didn't need to shout. Anyway. Yeah, let's go speak to some goblins, I guess.
So the small path winds within the high piles of garbage that lead to a smallish open area. And as you approach, mainly Flimsy and Jahir, I'm guessing Yeva's pulling up the back, being fatigued. You hear whispers resonate from within a rusty gun safe half buried under a heap of trash. A squeaky, unsure voice speaks softly. But shouldn't we go have a look? What if that thing zapped Goog? Someone with a raspier, gruff tone. If you're so worried, you go out there. You're the reason we're in this mess, I say. Let's replacement containment unit. But no. Can I just repair the drift leak, you say? Let me laser weld that manifold, you say. Now look where we are. Hiding in a metal box, praying we don't get electrocuted. The whispers stop as muffled sounds of a petty scuffle ensue.
That one knows about manifolds, knows his stuff. Did you say a gun safe?
A rusty gun safe. I don't know what a gun safe is. It's...
Oh, okay.
My grandpa has one. It's
Yeah, it's just a
big
lock box, isn't it?
metal box, yeah, with a lock on it.
Normally bolted to the floor or something, rather to stop people running off with them.
Oh, a safe for guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So just any safe, but you put guns in there.
It normally has sections to stop them like falling over and things like that. And a separate one. Well, normally the ammunition has to be kept separate, but you can get them with them inside as well.
Fair enough. But yes, it's just sort of like a bit of a fork in the road, just up ahead of you.
Sounds like they've.
That was my eye. Pardon?
Sounds like they're the ones with our engine. Can we tell which way the noise is coming from?
Yeah, you can distinctly hear that it's coming from within this safe.
What did you do with the fork in the road, sorry?
Yeah, and on the corner of the fork is the gun safe.
Oh, okay. I'll go and.
Should we get guides, or should we just pick a lane, or?
Can we see the gun safe? Can you knock on the door?
Can you speak Goblin?
I think I can. Let me quickly remember. Yes, I can. I remember now.
Well, maybe you do the negotiating, and I'll negotiate with my fists if we need to. We should get there somewhere.
Standard plan. Let's go.
All right. And so what are you doing with this gun safe?
Gonna cautiously approach and maybe knock on the door if there's noises coming from within.
There's a scuffle happening within. It's getting knocked about a little bit. So
yeah, so
you knock, but you don't feel that they got the impression that was you knocking. The individuals inside may be knocking about and blaming the other one. Like, what are you knocking the sides for? It wasn't me. You did it. If it was me, then I'd be using your head to do it, and you'd know about it.
Jahir's just going to fling the door open and just grab them both and drag them in.
And
just hold them in front of Flimsy.
This pair of goblins just like fall out of this gun safe, scrapping, and then Jahir bends down and picks them up and sort of like separates them. It's coming! You're not a lightning monster.
Hello, gentlemen. No, we're an entirely different kind of monster, and we're here to do a deal.
Yes, you're a monster. You assume my gender. I'm a woman.
I'm very sorry. Yeah, I can only apologise. It's Flimsy's whole thing to not make these assumptions.
Is it in Goblin, this discussion?
No, it's in common.
All right. Can't you tell, Flimsy? I mean, that's quite clearly a girl.
Flimsy will apologise in Goblin. We heard you mention an engine of some kind that we're interested in. That's something.
Yes, but I won't go anywhere near it. We tried turning it on earlier, and well, it seemed to rip an extraplanar force out of the whatever plane it came from and into the prime material.
An extraplanar. Who's it? What? Sorry.
A force.
A force, like an explosion.
No, like a lightning monster.
A lightning monster. Is this? Have you heard of anything like this before, Eva?
Well,
mysticism.
Yeah, thank you. Off the top of my head, the drift engine does tap into I think the book they call it conjuration energy, planar stuff. 29.
So yeah, if not properly calibrated, or one of the things it does is it tears holes through the planes to get through to the drift, and it drags something along with it as it does so. This seems to have malfunctioned in somewhat and dragged the matter this way. And yeah, you've heard of creatures, beings made purely of lightning before. Generally not found on this plane, but there's some planes out there where it's a common enough place. The plane of air, I believe.
Right. It seems that our astute friends here have instead reached into the plane of air and pulled out a new friend.
I've heard of these kind of stories from drift engines before. I've never actually seen it before. That's madness. You foolish little chaps.
He got goog. We think he got goog.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe we can help Goog. I'll radio Trix and be like, Trix, we may need you up here. Something about lightning monster.
Oh, that sounds fun. Let me hide this thing somewhere.
When you just push it into the nearest junk pile and it's like...
I'll do.
Make me an athletics check.
Nope, I just yeeted the dice across the field. There we go. 23.
You're fine. You make it up in no time.
Up. Hello.
Meet, sorry, what were your names?
I'm Fleagrebe, and this is a Rattlesnap.
I like it.
Which which gender is each one, sir?
Rattlesnap is the male,
Okay.
and Fleagrebe is the female.
Those are excellent names, I have to say.
Yeah. Did they mention another name? Did you say? Sorry.
Groog.
Goog.
Goog.
Google without the L.
Right. Lightning. With my 29 mysticism, if I can use, can I keep that? And do I know anything about lightning monsters? Or should I roll again?
You'd be better off seeing it.
Okay.
We strike a deal with the goblins.
Aye, that's my. we can rescue your group friend in exchange for. We'll take this dangerous item away from any more threats from you.
Goog is the one to negotiate. You sort out the lightning monster and he'll negotiate with you. We're not allowed to anymore.
Well, how about this? You'll put a good word in with Groog with us if we go and rescue your friend Groog.
Assuming my brother Groog is alive, then yeah, we'll put in a good word.
Oh, well, very well then. What did this lightning creature do?
Well, it electrocuted him. We
From
hope he's
far
not
away?
dead.
Was it far away? Was it up in Groog's face?
I mean, it's right over there if you want to look at it.
Oh, okay then. And look at where they're pointing.
And I will try to. Whoever did this map is a muppet. They've put the bleeding monster behind one of the walls that I can't move through.
Monster? What?
Yeah.
I thought this was a negotiation.
No, yeah, sure, negotiate with the lightning monster. See how that works out for you.
Does anyone speak Orin?
Orange, sorry.
Orin.
I only speak in red.
Sadly not.
Too bad I didn't take the summoning spell. Maybe I could have summoned a little, like, lightning elemental to talk to it or something. For 3 rounds. 9 seconds.
That terrible thing from the cartoons where like you make the opposite gender version and like lure it away. Oh wow.
Oh.
Could everybody roll for initiative?
Yes.
Is it? I'm guessing it's faces.
Well, I still
That's
got-
not a face at the bottom either. Because the lightning shape kind of makes like an angry face towards the bottom.
This is this is lightning. It doesn't really have a face.
And of course, I'm fatigued. Great.
You still did better than me.
I got a natural 20.
As did Flimsy.
Yep.
Using a baller rolls at the top of
Get
the
it?
combat.
Get the good ones out the way.
Your hair's still pumping Goblin Iron. He's just flexing.
Can you bring them into combat with you, Jahir? You've got the 3 arms.
No, we don't want to be anywhere near that thing.
But if I'm still held onto him and we're in combat, they're in combat too.
They start then trying to gnaw on your arms. Have you seen? Do we have a space combat? They're adorable little things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, he's not letting go of that.
So yeah, you got 2 of them, 1 in each hand. But they will try and gnaw on you. Top of the round is a Flimsy.
What?
You got a 22 on your initiative. What did you expect?
This has never happened before. Can I see the thing?
Can you see the thing?
No.
Oh, in which case you can't see the thing.
Is there a light emanating from any particular place that it would be?
I mean, Jahir can see the thing.
Granted, Jahir,
Why can I see the thing? No one else can see the thing.
It's line of sight, basically.
Oh, right. First rule of Thing Club.
It's just to your south.
Oh, south. Oh, okay. Somebody goes there, I guess. It's difficult to tell. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Is it? I guess I wouldn't know this. Is it a mysticism to identify it?
Yes, it will be a mysticism to identify.
Yeah, that's massively out of Flimsy's bag. So Flimsy is instead going to rune, lock on target. Very well, dear. As does the combat tracking.
I'm confused. Is
Would
your
make an
room
AI with a
like an
Scottish accent.
Yeah.
It's
Like
much
Mrs.
easier.
Doubtfire.
It does sound a wee bit like Mrs. Doubtfire. It's much easier to switch between the accents if it's pretty much the same accent.
You know, a kind old dwarvish granny.
Hi, that's me, Rune.
You done, Flimsy?
That is all Flimsy can do.
All right, Yeva, you are up.
Yeva, as she moves, she's gonna pull out her lens pistol. And I'm gonna try to move carefully through here. I gotta go all the way here so I'm not in anyone's squares.
You might have been, well, yeah.
Okay, wait. I saw it down there. Let's say I saw it and then quickly went behind cover. Can I grab a mysticism check off of that? Or do I need to stop where I can see it in line of sight?
No, yeah, I'll allow you to do it as you pass by. It's like, you just rubberneck it. It's like, oh, there you are, and walk past.
Can you
One
pull
of
out
those.
Spybot for me, please?
There's Spybot.
Thank you. So we can all see the creature. Where are my skills? 13.
13. I'm going to roll a little bit over for the check you did earlier on lightning monsters. And it does appear to be a lightning elemental.
All right.
In short, it's an elemental that's immune to electricity.
Plus the typical elemental things.
Yes.
Whatever.
Because you rolled a 13, I won't remind you what they are.
All right, Thrix might want to pull out a different weapon.
I have a fire pistol.
And I still have an action left. What do I want to?
That all of your movement to get there?
It was 30 feet to get there.
Was it? I thought it was 20.
No, it was definitely because I had to come down and then up.
Oh yeah, you did.
Check my spells. Can I? No. I hid behind here. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, if you wanted to take a shot on the run, you'd need a feat called Shot on the Run.
I was looking at my AoE spells, but no, we're good.
Yep. Alright. It is going to move. Going to move back a bit. So like float around. That's all it's doing for the moment. Trix, you are up.
Trix is gonna run in. Go about there. Closer look because that thing's probably got the same amount of cover that she has. But she's going to go for a trick attack.
You've still got some movement. You only moved 25 to there.
She'll go there.
There we go. No cover from there.
So she's gonna try trick attack with a 27 on her trick attack.
And 27 is indeed a trick.
She skids to a stop and shoots dramatically.
And keeps skidding a little bit further because, you know, you stood on the top of an old washing machine. It just slides.
Ooh. And the 13 will miss.
And unfortunately, that throws off your aim a little bit.
All style, no substance.
Jahir, you are up.
I'm going to throw down these goblins.
Yeah.
I assume they're willing. I'm
They
gonna
scamper
start-
off and hide in some junk somewhere.
I'm going to start moving up, but I'm also going to activate my adrenal gland. It's time to test this bad boy out.
Okie dokie. You are now immune to a bunch of things that it lists on the adrenal gland. So if you go to your gear tab augments, it should tell you about your adrenal gland there. Just to remind myself, death effects, energy drain, exhaustion, fatigue, paralysis, sleep, and stunning for a number of minutes. Or for a minute because it's a Mark 1 adrenal gland. And I believe that is your turn.
Yep, I'm guessing it's an action to activate it.
It tells you on the adrenal gland itself. I think it was a move action.
Move action.
Yep, so you moved and then you downgraded your standard action into a move action to activate it.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Do. Thing happens. Don't worry about it too much. And Flimsy.
Can I see this engine anywhere?
Yep, it's at the back. It's slightly bigger than I said. I lied.
Oh.
Is it this thing?
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Slightly bigger than the car engine. You weren't wrong.
But-
You weren't wrong.
It's a little bit bigger than Yeva.
On the size of the car.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty big.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, okay. Perception. Oh, it's a 12 from Flimsy.
All right.
He's gonna very cautiously see if he can make his way towards the engine.
Nothing terrible happens yet.
Am I getting the sense that I'm gonna get like irradiated, or is there anything coming from the?
There's nothing. There is electricity sparking around the engine,
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound too good either.
but you don't feel like you're being irradiated. I mean, it's an invisible force, so without some kind of sensor, you could be being irradiated right now and you wouldn't know any better. Apart from I'd be asking you to make a bunch of saves. On that note, make me a fortitude save.
Ooh, it's an 8 for Flimsy.
Yeah, you're gonna feel that in the morning. Are you done?
That's Flimsy done.
All right, Yeva.
From what I remember, she shouts out, elementals, their bodies aren't like ours. And she is going to run around here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 to there. Just so I can see what's going on. Then I'll move another 5 feet here. And she comes around here to see the thing. But their minds, on the other hand, and she's going to target this elemental, and she holds out her big gray hand and just kind of twists it in the air as like this kind of energy moves towards it, and she casts Lesser Confusion in the hopes that it'll work.
Okie dokie.
Yep. And cast.
21 on the save, I'm afraid.
All right. Their minds, on the other hand, aren't affected either for some reason.
Impenetrable fortresses.
All right, are you done?
Yep.
All right, it is now the lightning elemental's done, and the only thing that has attacked it is the one that we call Tricks.
It was a ruse, a trick, as you would say.
and it flies over to you and slams down into you for a natural 1, and misses. Basically,
That hit me, I'm grounded. Yeah.
All right, Trix, you are up.
Yeah, Trix is going to do a hop, skip, and a jump all the way back here.
Provoking an attack of opportunity?
No, I don't provoke.
Oh, of course you bloody well don't anymore. I forgot you took that feature. I
do it with all the panache and style that I can muster. Sticking the landing with another 27.
Yep, you stuck the landing, all right.
Whatcha? And now, with style, we have an 18 to hit.
An 18 will indeed hit.
Whatcha? Take 5 points. It's terrible damage. 5 points of fire damage.
You wound me, good sir. You wound me.
I do. Behold, first blood, peasants.
All right, Jahir, you are up.
Step up next to it.
Yep.
And he's going to attack with the glass sword.
And as you go out to strike it, you
Conduct.
are overwhelmed with a sense of confusion.
The hell?
Could you roll me a D100?
I know what this says.
Nope.
So
could've
if
done
you
that.
right click on your D10 at the bottom of the screen, the third one
Yep.
along, it should come up with a percentage.
Yep.
If you left click on that, it should pick up 2 dice. If you throw them into the tray for me,
It come up as 52 on my end, but I don't think it comes from on do.
it's not come up at our end. But a 52, you say?
Yeah, I can do it again if you want.
Try it again, but
I'll put a bit of spin on it this time. No, that was a 9 and a 00.
900.
no, 9. It's still not coming up on my side, but we'll go with the original 52. Yeah. All right. Roll a D8.
Ah,
Yep.
What?
this is no lesser
it was an 8,
confusion, it
but
seems.
it's not coming up.
That's weird. Well, so you rolled the D8, and what was the number, sorry?
It was an 8.
Okay. And plus your strength bonus, which is a 4. Deal 12 points of damage to yourself.
Ouch.
Try
As-
adjusting the size of the fantasy ground.
Of the window.
Yeah, so like drag the window and then maximize it again. That should fix your issue.
Hey, it did. So yeah, you are overwhelmed with a sense of confusion and punch yourself in the face for 12 points of damage.
Yikes.
Take that.
All right. And I need so many windows open all the time, and I keep closing them, which doesn't help. It's 15 feet look like. 15 feet looks like that. Okay. Flimsy.
I did kind of want to look at this engine, but I don't know whether or not I need to help you here. I think seeing Jahir hit themselves is going to turn from the engine and point their infinity rifle at the lightning creature. Turn the dial to boost it up to max and try and take a shot.
All right, don't forget you had it targeted and Jahir has coordinated shot.
I was going to ask, does that count with Jahir confused?
Gonna say that it counts. I'm not a monster. It possibly doesn't. I'd have to look it up. But
so infinity boost to rifle. Oh,
Oof.
the natural one on the dice. The 7, the shot goes wide. Sorry, I was looking at that pretty thing over there. You okay, Jahir?
Wait, you called me pretty, I think.
Yeva, you're up.
Yeva is going to move down here. That's 25 feet, just so she can see what she can see. Yeah, right there. She'll skid around this corner and take a shot at the elemental with her lens pistol.
Rightio.
Okay, rolling. I rolled 2. God dang it.
Both were exactly the same, and you've shot at yourself somehow.
Somehow. Am I
But,
confused
anyway.
also?
No, no, Krifu is confused about how Fancy the Grounds has decided to do things. Don't worry, we're all confused by that one, and yeah, either or, it's a miss.
Not on a 5. Yeah, so she just like skids on the junk and like shoots a laser blast up into the ceiling. It feels like we're in a cave almost.
You're in a very large layer of Absalom Station. So there is a ceiling above you, but it's a fair bit higher than you, and it doesn't react to
Yards
your laser
away.
fire. Yeah.
Tens of meters even.
All right. Now it is this creature's turn. Tricks, unfortunately, is the only thing that hit it. So it is going to move up to Tricks. Dum, dum,
Like
dum.
an attack of opportunity.
No, you're confused, I'm afraid to say.
Fair enough.
And it is going to try to slam down into Tricks, and it was nearly a natural 1 again, but it flipped over for a 31.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. Take 9 points of damage. And oh no, it's only on a critical. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I won't. Thank you.
All right, Trix, you are up.
Trix is gonna have to. Trix is gonna kick up a piece of debris to try and get it to dodge and shoot before running off.
That give you any bonuses, or is it just you doing your trick attack in a funny
No,
way?
it's just fluff.
Success on the trick attack with the 26.
And then nearly
Oof.
one. 22.
22 will indeed hit.
For 8 points of fire damage.
Nice.
And then she runs.
And then she runs. I'm surprised you can still run carrying the team like this.
I'm stuck in a wall.
And that's you done, yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jahir, roll me that D100. Let's see how you're feeling this round.
It was 88. It didn't show again.
88, you need to attack the nearest creature.
Oh, come on.
That would be Yeva.
they have to move to them?
Yeah, you can move to Yeva.
Do they have to move though? It's the question.
Yeah, they have to. You have to attack the nearest creature. If you can't reach a creature, then you need to spend your move, double your movement to moving towards them.
Oh, you want to play it like that? You're dressing up as one of our own.
Jahir, what are you doing?
I've got your cut of your jib. I don't know why I went like a pirate then. He's confused, obviously.
It's a part of the confusion.
And he's still got his long sword in his hand as well from the previous attack. That is an 18 to hit.
Oof. That hits.
And that is a 12 damage.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
monstrous.
I don't have 24 SP like you do. I only have 15.
So Jahir just sees that this monster's just like thinks he's just sort of changed shape, and he just runs up and he's like, "Oh yeah, you want to fight?" And he's literally just trying to cleave it in half right down the center.
She's barely able to like take a step back and like not take all of the damage that you're like not injured, but enough to where she's like already fatigued and very tired.
So just a quick check-in. So far, Trix has done 13 points of damage to the enemy. The enemy has done 9 points of damage to Trix, and Jahir has done 24 points of damage to allies, including themselves.
Some consistent.
Great.
All right, top of the round is Flimsy.
Is there any way to snap someone out of confusion?
There's a number of spells that can do it, a number of hypopens.
Can't just go and shake him and say, snap out of it.
No, but you can actually attack them, which will force them to attack you next turn.
Probably going to go here first and have a look at this engine again real quick as he runs by.
Priorities.
Oh no, wait, that would be the end of the movement, wouldn't it? So it's going to go all the way to Jahir. Can I get a look at the? I can see it from there. Can I get a look at the engine? Does it seem like it's?
I mean, it's crackling with it's crackling with energy and. What do you want to know?
I wanted to know if it was going to explode. I also wanted to know if there was a little goblin body nearby.
Right. So give me a perception and an engineering.
Oh, okay. It's 25 for the engineering.
It doesn't look like it's about to explode, but it is still hooked up to a power supply, which may be keeping it active.
Oh, it's active. Okay. Oh no, it's just a 14 for the perception.
You do not see a goblin body anywhere around here.
Well, at least that's a good thing. It means it's not an obvious goblin body lying around somewhere. I'll take that as a positive. Jahir, snap out of it. Can I try and grapple Jahir?
You can attempt to grapple Jahir, but you're probably not going to hit it. You need to make a melee attack and hit a 22. That doesn't feel right. Is your armor on Jahir?
Maybe.
I don't think he has great armor. That's the thing.
No, I don't.
He might not have great armor, but I mean, yeah, okay,
It's been
fair
that
enough.
since we started. So.
Yep. Okay. So you can't hit it. You can't
Does it
grapple.
count as an aggressive action?
I mean, to a certain degree, if you slap him about the face, it's your strength. It's 1 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, yeah, I'll go for that then. try and slap him about the face. It's like, Yeva, get back! Jahir's gone nuts. A bloody doctor. Is it a melee attack, I guess?
Melee attack.
Yeah. Is that a hit?
That is indeed a hit.
So it's
The
one
first time
damage plus-
ever that melee has been successful for Flimsy, and it's against an ally.
Good news is it's 1 plus your strength modifier.
Minimum 1, yes.
Oh, so -1, so it's 1. It's
Yes.
the absolute minimum damage as try to grab hold of Jahir and pull them away from Yeva and get their attention. Jahir, snap out of it.
All right. Yeva, you're up.
Yeva is like wondering what the hell is going on with Jahir. Can I potentially roll another mysticism, or is that first one to identify the creature, or is that first one the only one I get?
Yeah, make me. So you want to get another sense of that creature? Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually kind of curious. You know, I know it's immune to electricity. You know, by the rules of Pokemon, is it vulnerable to any kind of specific energy? I think I'm probably more interested in that.
You would
Immunity,
need to
I
roll
think.
me another mysticism check.
19?
It doesn't appear to be vulnerable to anything.
Okay.
Pokemon rolls do not count in Starfinder.
Damn it.
Ooh.
But I will give you, because you can feel it in the air. There is a link between that creature and the active drift drive.
She looks over at the engine and says, "We've got to shut down the engine somehow." She doesn't know shit about engineering.
But you do know shit about disrupting magical effects or mystical effects.
So I'm gonna actually run over there. Provoking from Jahir.
Who won't provoke because they're confused.
Perfect.
Sweet. Flimsy's holding on to Jahir's waist. It can't quite reach the shoulder.
So that's 30 feet.
All right.
Did you get a coordinated shot on that attack on?
You threaten it.
As you move over in that direction,
Mm-hmm.
a arc of lightning or electricity comes out and in your direction. Make me a reflex saving throw. If
Jeez
you
Louise,
please.
okay.
Sorry, Eva. I didn't see that for some reason.
22.
I mean, you saw it,
Nice.
but you didn't approach it. It's doing things. You will take 2 points of electric damage.
Okay, I'm still in my stamina. I got 1
Nice.
point of stamina left, so she barely and as she dodges it, she pulls herself back, definitely not. She's doing yoga, but this yoga's not helping her here. Can I do magic from here? Or do I need to be up and touching the thing?
You need to be closer. You also need a little bit more time. You've identified the other creature. You've moved.
You're right. You're
You've
right. So,
done your stuff this round.
okay, so that identification was an action.
For the purposes, because it's the next part is then trying to figure out how to sever the connection.
Right. Can I move again though?
Yes, you can do.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move up 10 feet to the front of the engine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe
this
a
thing
perception check.
This thing is huge. Is it bigger than our drift engine?
Oh yeah, it was meant for a cruise ship.
Oh shit. 13?
13. Yep, that's a drift engine, all right.
Oh, that's a drift engine. All right, that's it for her.
All right. Trix, you know what time it is. It's a lightning elemental coming to punch you in the face.
Please no.
Please, yes. 17 to hit.
Yeah.
And 12 points of damage.
Ow.
Alrighty then. And that is me done. Trix, you are up.
That was mean.
Dude, it was me.
Is gonna sprint away.
And when you say sprint, you just mean move.
Yeah.
And trick attacks.
Oh,
as you
that's not all
always-
my movement.
Uh-oh.
But no, this is as far as she's gonna go for now, and she's gonna trick that sweet little booty.
I love that the only thing that Trix should be having a race with is literal lightning. Running around racing lightning.
It's called kiting.
That is a trick.
This is
With
an
it-
attack.
A trick
With
for
a 21.
tricks.
No, with the 24, sorry.
24. And a 19 to hit.
Will indeed hit the lightning elemental.
For 5 points of damage.
Nice. You're getting there. You're getting there. And like I said last round, you're carrying this team in terms of
happening
taking
slowly.
care of this.
Maybe do what Yeva said and look at the engine.
Jahir, you are still confused. And you have to attack the creature that attacked you last round, which was Flimsy.
Hmm. I'm not enjoying this.
No,
one.
no D100s going along.
No D100s because he was attacked, and the rule of confusion is you attack the thing that attacked you, or you roll.
Thing it's what he's trying to pick on my beard. I haven't even got a beard, right? And he's he's so confused he's forgotten how to fight. He's going to bring the bone sword round and just try and sort of backhand Flimsy across the face with it. So for a I missed 14.
Your heart's not in it, Jahir. Come on, pull out of it.
And with that, it clangs against Flimsy's armor, and reality resolves back into comprehension, and you are no longer confused.
Nice.
Flimsy, why are you on the end of my sword? A stupid place to stand, right?
Look, behind you, Jahir.
Flimsy,
No,
you
you're
are
behind me.
Flimsy, you are up.
Flimsy, Jahir, even you've been fighting everybody. Go and stab that thing over there. I need to help Yeva. And I'm gonna run towards the engine and really hope that a second wave isn't gonna come out and get Yeva again with this thing.
Yeah, that would not be great.
Guys, I love you. I believe in you.
So you move up, and could you make me a reflex saving throw?
Oh, good lord. I know where that is. There it is. It's 20 from Flimsy.
All right, that is a success. Take 3 points of lightning damage.
Static in my beard. Can I try and see if I can see like a power cable to pull out or something with this?
Yes, you can. It's all like over here is a power cable that you could pull out with an engineering check to decouple it.
Cool. I'm gonna move over there. I don't know if it's gonna be Flimsy done. If that's his movement.
That is you done because you've moved a grand total of
30 feet.
35 feet by the crow flies.
How was it 35? Okay.
Yeah. And Flimsy being a dwarf is, well, 20 feet around. Yether, you are up.
All right, Yeva will put her hands down on this machine and try and like feel it and see what she can do to block the magic that's coming out of this.
All right, make me a mysticism check.
20. Dirty 20.
Nice.
30, 20, and you manage to sort of like quickly on the ground sort of like scribe some runes that block the flow of mystic energy coming from the drift drive. There does seem to be the electricity seems to become maintaining some element of that, but it's not getting infused with any more mystical energy.
All right. Wow, my studying is really helping.
All right. And it is now the turn of the medium lightning elemental that is going to fly up to Trix. You hear, as it passes by, you do have a attack of opportunity if you so desire.
Yeah.
I see. You are that quick.
Come on,
If you
Jackie,
select Flimsy wherever he's gone. Where is
No.
Flimsy?
Oh, he's hiding over there. Let me take care of that for you. You no longer have him targeted.
So I can just use a standard weapon to attack.
Yes, a melee
Right.
weapon.
Yep, so I'll just come in with a clear sword again. For a 23.
A 23 will do it.
Nice.
And then he's like, oh, I see you now. And then he swings around and just cleaves him with a 17 as it comes past.
Max
Just like a
damage
baseball
there.
bat swing.
And this thing is starting to look a little bit ropey, but it still has some get to give, and it slams into Trix for a 25.
I'd rather you didn't.
And unfortunately, as it slams into you, lightning crackles around you, and you take 8 points of bludgeoning and electrical damage. It's not just all electricity.
Ow.
All right, and Trix, you are up.
So Trix is just going to like take it in the face.
Not
And,
the face.
Yeah, right in the
Anything
face.
but the face.
But he's going to use the recoil to feint and attempt a trick attack. But she's just too disorientated. from
Is that
the
due to the
physical-
lack of blood or the electrified brain?
A bit of both. But the shot's still going to go off and it's still going to miss, but she is going to run.
All right, and Trix runs, and I don't get an attack of opportunity. Why did it do that? Were you trying to go further? Oh yeah, you got another 10 feet, don't you?
I do.
There we
It's that
go.
thing in Trix's mind, they've like dodged back and taken a shot, but in reality, it's just like.
And that was cool.
For anybody new who's watching, because I do know that we got raided in the middle of all of this, Trix is an operative with the ability to move without provoking attacks of opportunity if they trick attack. So yeah, Trix just gets to move around the battlefield like they don't care.
I don't even have to trick attack, but that's by the by.
I despise it with every fiber of my being. Jahir, you are up.
Right, I'm going to continue my success and move up towards him. And take another swing with the clear sword again. And that was a natural 1 for an 8.
Ouch. All right, and back to the top of the round. It's Flimsy.
Flimsy's gonna scramble around for these cables on the ground, see if he can unplug the drive.
All right, make me an engineering check.
Drift off, you balty boy. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe 28 on the engineering check.
Close.
And with 28 on the engineering check, you manage to find the right cable. There's about 6 or 7 cables, and it's like, which one of them's live? This one. And you pull it. And with that, the drive goes silent, and the lightning elemental dissipates into the aether back where it belongs.
Nice.
was an awesome fight. I felt so, well, not alive, but I felt like I was hitting that thing for days. Christ. Yava, why do you look a bit ill, a bit dishevelled there? You okay?
Right, you were also trying to hit me.
No, if I'd have wanted to hit you, I'd have hit you, and I'd never hit you.
No, you almost did. And if I'd hung around any longer, you definitely would have.
But there was the lightning thing, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the drift engine and the thing that there was some sort of strange current in the air.
It must have been that. It can't have been anything else, can it? So, but this new gland thing's amazing. I didn't get feared. I didn't get killed. I didn't get anything. Oh, it's just amazing. Maybe I should get another one of these necrotic. You know, if I'm going to be fighting like that, it's like blooming rocket fuel. It's.
Your eyes were wired when you put this dent into my armor here, Jahir. I think something about that gland might be more than we suspect.
I don't know what you mean, Flimsy. I mean, I know you kept trying to. I don't. Why were you trying to get in the way of my sword? You know, I mean, I know you've always coveted the bone sword, but you know, it's too pointy for you. It's, you know,
because you were trying to put it through Yeva. Meanwhile,
No.
Trix has been running around racing lightning like it's nobody's business.
You just hear, "Take that, lightning skull!" It's gone from around the corner.
Any sign of Gook?
Goog is here.
Who said
Is it
that?
safe to come out here? And you hear this voice coming from inside the drift engine.
Oh wow.
Does he pour out? Like the thing's been turned on.
Hiding in one of the manifolds, I think he is hidden. 1 second, I'm at the wrong part of this. One of the drift engine's maintenance hatches sort of like flaps open, and all you see is this goblin face behind it, and it's like, is it safe?
Come on now.
Safer.
And this
Engine's trying to escape. Quick, put it back in.
the space goblin just flops onto the ground in front of you. I don't think we should have turned it on yet.
No, perhaps not. It seems maybe a bit dangerous.
And at this point, Rattlesnarp and Fleagrebe come running over, and it's like, Goog, are you okay? And it's all like, you know, Groog is alive.
Is he in need of medical attention?
No more than you guys.
Okay.
Or no less than you guys. I mean, Flimsy, you look around and it's like, so this is what I look like after most battles. And for once, you're actually the lightliest damaged individual.
Flimsy's learning.
Trix like rubs her hands together and just zaps Jahir.
Don't even feel it.
Well, Mr. Groog, we've come to make
Goog.
a deal. Goog, sorry. Change that there. We've come to make a deal. We are kindly offering to remove this dangerous item from your hands and a retroactive payment of saving your life.
At the news of you being willing to buy the drift engine, Fleagrebe and Rattlesnap are both elated at the prospect and start, first of all, discussing, you know, what they want to do with it. Fleagrebe would like to buy a super weapon to take revenge on the other inhabitants of the heap. They will pay for their transgressions against us and all goblin kind. Or Rattlesnap chimes in with like, with the money we get from selling a drift engine this big, I'm pretty sure that I can make my dream invention, a pair of time-traveling pants.
My
This-
goblin friends, if you need someone to, smite your enemies, I've got this awesome upgrade. The three of us, we could go out smiting together. You could pay me, I could kill things. It's a match made in heaven.
And at this point, Groog just loses it. And it's, stop it! Every waking minute you squabble and nitpick, what does it get us? Extra crispy and half dead. Well, it's time for the head of the family to take charge like Mom always wanted. And I say there is no point in selling the engine, because you two will just waste the credits on terrible inventions that you have no chance of ever getting us off this crummy station. Goog turns away from his brother and sister. There's nothing here for us anymore. We want to go with you. Wherever you're going, just let us see the stars aboard your ship. A little while, hop a planet, maybe two, and we'll find somewhere to make a fresh start. Do that for us and the drift engine. It's yours.
Having seen your competency level and your general, disregard for safety measures and the fact that you can't work together for shit, you're aboard. I've got rooms. Come aboard. Guys, are we in? We could have Rattlesnap, Flea, Grebe, and Goog. They could be on the ship
I mean,
Engineering.
Them
sorry,
and
Eva.
Zobin.
right, as long as they've got hands and arms that can pick things up and move them where we tell them to move it. She looks at them. I'd see no reason why we can't bring you on the board.
I'll do anything to get off this crummy station.
Hey, I've got a question. What vehicle did you use to move this drift drive?
We rented a truck.
Ah. Well, I'm disappointed.
So are we.
Well,
Fleagreed wasn't strong enough to move it, despite the fact that they said that they could.
perhaps
I
our
see no reason not to.
first task then is to get this back to our ship.
And then fix it. How big's your ship?
Big enough.
We're in the distinct great position that everyone in this space station seems to only have the capacity for 49 tons, and we've got a 50 ton. So we're getting loads of jobs.
Flimsy, you know that this thing is not going to fit inside your ship with the size that it is.
Right. Okay. I'm guessing if looking at the damage of it, that we know it was sabotage. Like these guys show a bit of promise that they got it started all together in the first place.
Yes, we'll fit it for you and patch it up.
You get this thing safely and successfully installed in the ship.
Which is why I ask, how big's your ship?
It's medium sized. I don't know the technical term, despite being an engineer.
I mean, this thing is going to need to be a lot smaller. But we can do it.
If you're sure, if it passes my inspection, you'll have passage aboard the ship, and maybe I'll take you all on as interns in engineering.
Oh, you're an engineer?
Ah, yes. Did you not see the bit where I took the plug out? That's 95% of engineering.
I mean, I was hiding inside the drift drive, and them two were probably cowering at the back. So no, nobody saw it.
Well, maybe that's the first thing I'll show you once if you've successfully complete your task.
I mean, it's going to take the three of us a while. If you help out, it might shorten the time a little bit.
Yeah, I'll supervise. You've got. Wait, how long have you got left? look at his time calculator.
We've got 2 days, technically, or 1.5.
Yeah, whatever. How long we got left before the?
So to a certain degree, switching out the Starship engine, the drift drive is going to be. It takes 72 hours of man hours.
Right.
72.
72. The goblins initially are willing to work 8-hour days each. So that's 24 hours a day. So to refit this will be 3 days.
Unless
If they
there's
can
4
be persuaded to work longer hours, or people trained in engineering help, that will cut down the time.
Yeah, I think if it's an option, Flimsy would rather oversee its installation than not oversee its installation by these strange goblins on our secret stolen spaceship.
I can help you install it as well, Flimsy.
I've not seen you back in engineering very often, Trix.
No, but I dabble. The engineering's your gig. I'm not gonna step
Oh.
on your toes. But I can put wires in places. And...
Oh, excellent stuff, yeah. Between the 5 of us, we should be all right.
Yeah, 8 times. If you're all willing to work 8 hours a day, then it will be 2 days
Just in time for a delivery.
with a day off for one person.
Right. Pretty tight though. Maybe in the meantime, Jahir and I can go looking for.
Extra cargo.
Right.
And I wonder if it's possible to buy a truck with ship shares.
That might be more useful because we'll need something to deliver the hearts with.
But in the meantime, we can rent.
We can.
So let's go.
All right.
Also, don't forget Flimsy is your quartermaster. He's more trained at buying additional cargo.
That's right. So he's gonna need the day off then.
Is that that wouldn't be included the day's work though, right?
What?
Flimsy wouldn't be able to have a day off if Flimsy's working on the engine.
No, basically, if 5 of you are working, that's 40 hours a day. So 2 days, that'd be 80 hours. Take one of you taking a day off takes away 8 hours, which brings it back down to 72, which is the number required to install the drift drive.
One of the 5 would have a day off.
So one of the 5.
Flimsy,
Yeah, that makes sense.
you'll have to step away on the second day to come and look at the cargo with us.
I might step away on the first day. The final installation, I really want to make sure. I don't want to leave that to them. No offense, little guys.
I mean, you can split it up however you want, but
Okay.
because it doesn't have to be consecutive. It could be so like you take 2 hours off to speak with somebody, and then spend 4 hours working, 2 hours to go pick up something, check out something, and then yada yada yada. And also plus as well, that's only 8 hours each day. That still gives you 16 hours for the rest of the day to do things, including sleep. But sleep's negotiable.
But you can always sleep in the drift.
You get me a crate of energy drinks, and sleep is optional.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly sure if I press this adrenal thing, I don't need sleep.
I think you can't be put to sleep. I think you still need it. You're not entirely undead yet, buddy.
I know. Well, have we got time to go back and get maybe another implant? This seems to work amazing.
He only does adrenal glands at the moment, and he's kind of caught up making 50 tons of black hearts right now.
Oh,
We should ask. We should make sure that wasn't an effect of. Ask him exactly the details about this black heart situation. You didn't see Jahir's eyes, although Yiva, you might have done actually.
I looked at the pamphlet. It just said, "Don't get it wet."
Oh, exposed to lightning.
Hold your ears.
Right. 1 time is coincidence. 2 times is pattern. We'll see next time.
It's once per day, isn't it? The adrenal gland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, can't just do it now and we'll run away from him.
Put me in the kitchen with the goblins and press
Well,
it.
tomorrow what he can do is he can go down to the slums and pick a bar fight, and someone goes, Yeva can go with him and see if he gets all confuzzled.
Only problem with that idea to a certain degree is if he gets confuzzled and murders somebody, you might have a problem there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, for science, I'm okay with that. If you want.
Should
No, we
avoid
need
murder
to
whenever
get
we
off
can.
station in 72 hours. No need for extra side trips to jail.
48 hours, roughly.
Yeah, right. We need to leave soon. We can't have anyone going to jail.
And remember, we're wanted by many intergalactic forces.
Mm-hmm.
The less attention, the better.
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure what you're on about, but I trust you guys, but you know, I think you're talking bollocks. So. But I'll go with you.
My dad used to say the
And-
same thing.
With that, the goblins and yourselves start moving this drift engine towards the edge of the pile of refuge. And in true goblin fashion, it's like, easy way to get to the bottom. And push!
We ride it down.
Just make me an acrobatics check to try and jump on it while it's rolling down the hill.
Yes.
Oh, well, then I'll get to try.
You can also try, give me an acrobatics check.
Natural 20. The most important roll of the night.
That is a 9.
So with a 9, as you try to basically jump up on this drift engine that's rolling down the side of a refuge mound, you kind of more just drop kick it and send it a little bit faster towards the bottom. Luckily, Trix with a 32 on the acrobatics manages to ride it all the way down to the bottom of the junk pile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Trix, watch out for the bike.
The bike is recovered or run over.
Can't tell the difference.
And you manage to haul it back to the ship. The goblins begin the task of installing it, overseen by Trix and Flimsy, while you consider what else you might be able to purchase for your journey to Vesk 2.
Gavaniska.
With everything.
Gavaniska
There we go.
system.
Somebody remember the name of the system.
Hexgrid pointed it out in chat a while ago.
Fair enough. And that is where we are going to be leaving the session this week. For the start of next session, somebody remind me before then that I need to look up the rules for purchasing cargo. We're not always going to be doing this on stream because I feel that the rules are very dry in terms of like roll a bunch of dice and get it out of the way kind of touch. But I want to do it once on stream just so that everybody gets a rough idea of how it all works. And that'll be essential. You okay there, Flimsy?
yeah. Good.
It's just every time I talk, you laugh. Do you have the thoughts you want to share with the class?
Not at all.
All right. I have been and will continue to be Kyron Russmore. You can usually find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Kyron Russmore, where I stream a variety of games on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Check out my schedule over there. And over to you, Flimsy.
Hello, I'm DayStation64. You can find me on my Twitch channel under that name. Playing some No Man's Sky on Thursday evenings, 9 PM UK time, and some Red Dead Redemption on Saturday mornings, 9:30 AM UK time. As well as about a bunch of other streams that I jump on here and there and say hello to.
Hi
Yeah.
everyone, I am Krifu Bernal. I am a streamer here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Krifu Bernal. And I am also a producer and captain here at Manapod Studios. If you enjoyed today's game, you should join us in our Discord and tell us how much you liked it there. You should also check out our monthly calendar for the studio and all the great stuff that we have upcoming. Specifically, and I will be back here Thursday night for the the second official EU Mana Pot Happy Hour, which will be playing some D&D 5e. I will also be back here Saturday night, I should say Saturday night European time, GMT, where I'm running a Pathfinder 2nd Edition one-shot called Lights in the Sky, written by Derry Zumi of Dice Will Roll, featuring for Free RPG Day, set in their current Kickstarter Pathfinder setting, Wisteria, or Safe Haven, a Weird West tale. So if you're really into Weird West stuff in a low magic setting, and you're big Pathfinder fans like we are here, you may want to check out the Safe Haven Kickstarter over there. Yeah.
All right, and Trix.
I'm Crit Commissions. I do artsy things across various social media platforms under the same tagline.
And finally, Jahir.
I'm Retro Ted. I play mainly retro games. Our current game is coming to an end. It is a Showdown event, an evil AI. And then we shall be moving on to Icewind Dale. That will be on Wednesday at 7:30.
All right, and I do hope you can all join us. I believe we're going to go raid another channel. If not, I hope to see you all next time. And until then, tidy bye.
Bye.